Local news about local people. This is Newslink, Indiana.
Hello, I'm Chris Bavender. Thanks for joining us. Crews have worked around the clock to restore power. 8,950 people are still in the dark across East Central Indiana. Crews expect to have them up by Thursday. But how does the electric company decide who receives power priority? Newslink Indiana's Molly Fry explains.
It has been 6 days since the ice storm, and still not everyone in the area has power. Indiana-Michigan Power says the priority of power begins with public safety. That includes police, fire, and hospitals, as well as homes and businesses with down and unsafe power lines. Next is the restoration of the main circuits, which supply the largest number of people. Third is smaller clusters of businesses and homes. And finally, the individual homes and businesses that are on small circuits.
So when you see a group of businesses or homes that are in power and then a street over those that aren't, they would be on a different circuit.
That's why here, ironically, on Bittersweet Lane, some neighbors have power, while a few steps across the road, others still wait. Although some still deal with the bitter consequences.
In this case, I'm at the bottom of the pecking order.
Oh, there's a truck. Oh no, that's a tree service. Sorry.
When they reach priority and the power is returned, how sweet it will be. In Muncie, Molly Fry, Newslink, Indiana.
Now, if you have damage to the meter where electricity enters your home, it must be repaired first before the electric company can restore your power. As the recovery from the recent storm damage continues, residents should be wary of hiring unknown contractors for cleanup work. The Better Business Bureau recommends customers get 3 estimates before hiring workers, never pay up front for services, and visit the Bureau's website to learn more about a company. If you become a victim of a scam, be sure to report it.
We don't know about these scams, and people will continue to get ripped off unless people speak up.
Since scammers come and go as quickly as the storms, they're often hard to catch. Some Madison County residents are dealing with more than just fallen branches. As Newslink Indiana's Megan Bastian explains, restored power meant a few surprises for some.
While some in Madison County clean up downed trees and power lines, others clean up their homes. With electricity out for several days, Madison County Sheriff Terry Richwine says homes may be more prone to burglary.
We don't have a tremendous problem with organized professional gangs. It's just crimes of opportunity, just like that.
Taking advantage of the recent power outages, burglars broke through this window and entered the home of Dick and Sue Dawson.
And our bedroom was just a disaster. They had taken drawers and dumped them.
Other missing items include silver coins, bowling balls, and even a wedding ring.
I thought losing my daughter, that was the worst thing in the world that happened to us. And this is probably the second worst.
Sue's daughter, Nancy Dawson, died in a car accident down the street from her home 31 years ago. Her picture hangs on the wall near the front door.
The one thing when I pulled in the drive that I was so worried about was my daughter's picture, because that's all we have left of her. And so I asked the policeman to go in and look for me, and he said, no, she's still hanging on the wall.
A memory not even a burglar can take from her. In Anderson, Megan Bastian, Newslink, Indiana.
Sheriff Richwine reminds residents to lock doors and collect mail while they're gone. People aren't the only ones left to deal with the power outage. Pets have also had to live in the cold and dark. ARF, the Animal Rescue Fund, has had no heat, water, or power for 6 days and no word on when things will get back to normal. Most of the dogs ARF receives are already in bad shape. This has made caring for them even more difficult.
Usually when they first come in, they either have worms or malnourished or, something. But on top of that, now they're getting so cold, their immune systems are just shot, and we have had 2 die. They haven't froze to death, but the cold weather is probably a factor.
ARF is accepting money along with dog food, blankets, and water. The shelter is located at 1209 West Regan Road. Well, Jennifer Cook joins us now with a look at the weather, and with all that rain out there, I'm starting to think I might want to build an ark.
You might need to. Actually, for this month, we're already well above average. We're going to continue to see the rain throughout the next couple of days. We're also under flood watches for most of our area. This covers Blackford, Grant, Jay, and Wayne County, but up to the north, flood warnings, which covers Jay County. And we're going to continue to see more rainfall throughout the next couple of days. For our almanac, our high today, 43, 10 degrees above average. but we're going to see warmer air move up from the south, so we're going to see even warmer temperature for the day tomorrow. Our low 34 degrees, once again, well above average for this time of year. We're seeing the rain because this low pressure system that's sitting just to our east, we're going to see it continue to move out towards the east. This warm front's going to continue to push north, which is why we're going to see the warmer air move up from the south back behind the low pressure system, so we're going to see warmer conditions. Then we're going to see a cold front begin to move in from the northwest, which is going to bring down Arctic air and another blast of rain for later on this week. And once we get behind that Arctic air, we could possibly see some flurries mixed in with that rain. So for tonight, rain showers, possibly a few thunderstorms. We're going to see our temperature increase as the night progresses. For the day tomorrow, we're going to top off at 58 degrees, well above average, so it's feeling like springtime out there. We're also going to see windier conditions with our south winds at 14 to 18 miles per hour, gusts up to 25 miles per hour. Also going to see some clearing tomorrow afternoon, but once again, the rain's going to move back into the forecast. For the day on Thursday, we're going to see our temperature drop 56 in the morning, 24 in the evening. So with that rain continuing, we could see some of that rain change over to snow. Then for Friday, we're going to see the sun return 22, 13 degrees. Then for our weekend, we're going to continue to see that Arctic air. Sunday, we have a chance for snow, and then later on next week, we're going to continue to see the cold temperatures and possibly more precipitation.
We just can't seem to win.
No, we can't.
All right, thanks, Jennifer. Well, as power is restored across Muncie, residents wonder what to do with tree debris from the storm. Newslink Indiana's Lindsay Jameson has some answers.
With almost 12,000 trees in the city of Muncie, the storm last week caused major destruction, with broken limbs and even toppled trees. Mike Planton, superintendent of landscape services for Ball State University, says do-it-yourselfers may get more than they bargained for.
There's a specific way that the branch should be cut so it heals properly. If not, it will be a wound that will attract insects and disease.
It's hard to tell when a damaged tree can be saved. Some local residents are opting for a professional opinion. Troy Harshman of Clean Cut Lawn and Landscape says he's been overwhelmed with calls.
A lot of the trees that are damaged are the soft trees, like the silver maples and Bradford pears and those kind of things. And those trees are going to have to be removed. And a lot of people aren't going to want to replace them with the same soft trees.
But professionals don't come cheap. Costs can skyrocket up to $800 for difficult limbs. As for why so many trees have been affected, Planton says poor amateur trimming before the storm could be to blame.
A technique that's known as topping done to their trees, which is basically they just cut the top of the tree out, making it shorter. Well, it makes the tree very weak wooded.
In Muncie, Lindsay Jameson, Newslink, Indiana.
Residents who live in the Muncie Sanitary District can bring broken limbs to East Central Recycling. If limbs are left for trash collection, it could take up to 4 weeks. Well, with power back on for many, one thing you're facing, a refrigerator full of spoiled food. So what needs thrown down and what can you keep?
Definitely one thing you cannot do is once food has been thawed, you can't refreeze it. It'll lose its integrity and the wholesomeness and cause, you know, since it's been thawed out, there's some temperature abuse there.
If some food is questionable, play it safe and throw it away. Items like ketchup and mustard should be okay. Well, that is Newslink Indiana. Join us on the web again tomorrow for more news. So, yeah.